have to go back to McAllister some for business. I would never go back if I didn't have to. There's too much bad here. So this is the McAllister Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses. This is where primarily I grew up. It's the building I went to for worship 3 days a week. A lot of my memories are tangled up with Ronnie Lawrence. Every corner of this place has a memory of him.
The leadership of Jehovah's Witnesses is knowingly protecting the identities of predatory pedophiles.
I will not stop talking about this.
Stay away.
We reject outright the apostate-driven lies that Jehovah's organization is permissive toward pedophiles.
Where any questioning of Jehovah, anything that tarnishes the image of the organization, can cost them everything.
I said to my dad, I think I need to tell you something that happened to me.
The victims do.
The sect is involved in lawsuits around the world alleging its doctrine victimizes abused children.
They've got a whole database of abuse going back decades.
It'd be best if you go ahead and leave.
It is their ticking time bomb because the public is going to learn what they've been doing.
My name's Trey Bundy, and I'm an investigative journalist at the Center for Investigative Reporting. For the last 5 years, I've been covering Jehovah's Witnesses and their child sex abuse cover-up. This all started with a package in the mail. My editor tapped me on the shoulder one day. He had just opened an envelope, and he said, "You got to take a look at Jehovah's Witnesses." And what it was a policy memo from 1989 from the Watchtower to every elder in the United States, explaining to them that child abuse was a confidential matter, that they were to keep quiet about it to avoid lawsuits. I absolutely believe in religious freedom. Jehovah's Witnesses can believe whatever they want to believe, and I don't have a problem with it at all. But as soon as their conduct puts kids in danger, that's when they become my concern. At first, we reached out to ex-Jehovah's Witnesses who wanted to see the cover-up exposed. They told me there's a woman in Oklahoma that if you're trying to tell the story of Jehovah's Witnesses, you need to talk to her.
Excited to see you.
I knew we were doing an investigation about a child abuse cover-up, but when Debbie told me her story, it took on a totally new dimension.
I'm Deborah McDaniel. I'm a former member of the Jehovah's Witness organization, and I was sexually abused by a member of the organization from the age of 7 to the age of 13. My dad was an engineer with NASA, primarily on the Apollo missions. He loved that. So my dad left his job at NASA to dedicate himself fully to the Jehovah's Witnesses and the organization. He moved us from Houston, Texas to McAllister, Oklahoma, where there was a congregation we could be integrated into. I remember Dad sitting down with us and telling us that there would be no holidays, not your birthday, none, and that this was the path we were on. He said, we have to prepare for Armageddon. Our prime focus has to be survival now.
Actually rules the earth.
When witnesses are taught that the world outside the organization is controlled by Satan, that includes major institutions. It includes the media. It includes other religions, government, secular authorities, law enforcement, police.
A lot of Jehovah's Witnesses are also told that if you report child sexual abuse, the authorities will take it and persecute the organization for what happened to you.